Good morning. Welcome back. Descending Ravens. Got the cards all shuffled. This is called cutting. I choose with my left hand. And I might have mentioned this before, but the reason readers ask you to choose with your left hand is because it's the more intuitive hand. It leads to your intuitive side of your brain, I guess, and or your more emotional and unstructured side of your brain. So the right hand might choose more intellectually, and the left might be more intuitive and, excuse me, instinctual. Wow, these are pretty already, but a little troubling, these two maybe. Let's have a look. Well, normally the Hermit would not be troubling, but this card in the same line with it more or less badly aspects it. So with the Hermit is loneliness, isolation, or sometimes chosen time alone. So there's a need for inward and introspection and time alone. But this is interesting because we've got the Five of Swords. So a person who's watching, or some of the people watching, may be experiencing a feeling of isolation, aloneness, or feeling like they want to withdraw. And it's because there's some kind of angst and a situation where somebody's trying to start a fight over here. If you look at this guy, he looks like he wants to fight. Or whoever that is, they want to fight. And this person is looking away the other way. They want nothing to do with it. And they're choosing to spend time alone because they don't maybe want to get into it with somebody. So there could be something going on out there or in the next month that somebody's kind of trying to pick a fight, or even the next few days. And it could even be work related. Like somebody's got it in for you, it looks like. You're just doing your job. You're feeling isolated and singular. They don't really have that big of a beef with you. This is more, I'm thinking, envy. That Five of Swords just wants to win because they feel somehow like you have something over them and they want to prove they're better somehow. That's what that feels. Very petty. But it's interesting because it doesn't look like as big a threat maybe as you think it is. And you're being the bigger person for sure. Because a 5 is a temporary thing that goes away eventually. You've only just really done your job, because this card says it's coming from the past where you did a really good job, worked well with others. So there's really no reason for this. This is literally pettiness on the part of somebody else. They might even have jealousy to do with you. Now they're even placing someone between you and them somehow. Some little worker bee, some little somebody. So somebody's in the middle here. I don't know who that is, but somebody, unsuspecting person minding their own business, somehow is going to get put in the middle here by this person, the other person, and you are not engaging. And it could come down to a really big, where you're feeling like you can't work here anymore, or you can't deal with this anymore. If it's in the family and it's a family argument, you're feeling like you can't stay quiet anymore, maybe. Now we've got the 6. Yeah, it comes down to a big crossroads. Okay, but this is interesting. Here's your advice. Stay assuming you're loved. Okay, because you're only assuming you're all alone. Call the spirit world and the support of the spirit world and all those people in the past that you built these relationships with. Try not to assume, just because this person's pitting everybody against each other, that when push comes to shove, they won't come to your aid, because you have done this work in the past with them. And let your work stand for itself. Try not to abandon yourself right now over somebody else's pettiness. Okay, then they win, right? just trust that if you're meant to be there in the workplace and or in this dynamic, if you're meant to be in this situation, it'll come out the way you need it to. You are, remember, the higher sort of self here. So go into your higher self and trust. Call your spirit guides, call your support systems. Trust in the past that your work will stand on its own. Don't assume people are so fickle and foolish that they're going to fall for whatever this other person's pulling over here. I feel like that's not the case at all, actually. Trust your popularity and because all your cards are you've done really good work in the past, you're taking the high road and not engaging in the fight. This person's being petty. They're pitting someone who doesn't even realize they're being pitted in the situation somehow, just because they can, right? Making it somehow going to be about that person, which of course that person hasn't even built the kind of structure you have with the rest of the team, I guess I want to say. So it could come down to a big showdown here. Not that you're having anything to do with the showdown. You look like you're just standing back, feel supported, feel loved. This is all about how you think about it and how you feel about it. You're going to be successful regardless. You're coming out successful, and just trust that. Don't feel defeated. Don't let this little chihuahua over here defeat you. Nothing against chihuahuas. It's just that they're sort of bitey and noisy sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes people behave, petty, and that's exactly what this person's doing, and it's out of envy or something, or jealousy. Okay, but you know what? Don't focus on them. And it doesn't look like you are anyway. Focus on your higher purpose. Focus on trusting the connections you have made and forged with these people. People are not this fickle. They're not all as fickle as this person. Okay? Yeah, and have a mantra that assumes, because that's how you think about it is going to be really important. Feel successful regardless. Doesn't matter. Like if this whole group is going to buy this little drama this person's creating, okay, even if they're in a powerful position, if all that work you did in the past isn't recognized, you're in the wrong workplace anyway, but I feel like it will be recognized. So trust that if you're meant to be there, right, stay with that trust. You're just gonna have to trust through this. You didn't create this. Stay with that trust. This is a test. This is a test. Okay, look at this now. The world, I feel like you come out of this stronger in 2020, protected, powerful, and even in a more powerful position by May. So regardless what happens in this situation we're talking about, you are in a power position. You are protected. The universe loves you. Somehow you're coming out of this powerful. Trust that and don't worry about the details so much. You know what I mean? Focus on your work. Don't get caught up in this energy here and projecting all these your ideas on what's going to happen. What are these people going to do? You're not trusting your people. In the past, you've forged these great relationships. You're going to have to trust them now and just let the chips lie, I guess, or fall as they may. Because you did everything you could in this situation. Try not to get all, focused on projecting your ideas about, your fears about what they're going to do, all these people that this drama is being created around, right? How about this? Assume, if you've done good work with them, assume they'll come to your aid, the ones that need to. Just assume that instead of assuming they're all going to ditch you. How's that? Because I feel like they aren't, and I feel like this situation will right itself. And that's just how the pendulum swings, right? I'm sending your ravens on that situation. Try to have fun. Try to have some fun. use your beautiful energy and your smile. It's a really powerful tool. I just got that intuition to say that about this situation. So I'm not sure who exactly I'm talking to. But look at that beautiful crystal. And that black crystal, that pyramid. I forget what that stone is, but it's an ancient stone. If anyone knows, please let me know. Let's have a look at that. Pull it right out here. Isn't that gorgeous? My nephew gave it to me. I have a lovely family, and I'm so looking forward to them being here for Christmas. And unfortunately, that nephew won't be. Have a wonderful weekend. Send in your ravens.